Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Love Your Love Muscle, a bi-weekly podcast produced by the Transformational Meditation Group, a group of people and meditation teachers, self-regulation teachers that work for better health, stress management, living from the heart is what we are all about. Yeah, you know the drill. And as you can see, I'm not outside today. I'm at the office, which often means that we have a guest. And today we have Christina here from Health for Life. And we're going to talk about her organization very soon. I will let her introduce herself also very soon. But first, before we get started, and out of respect for our guest, we're going to do a little self-regulation session. As you might know, I am not very fond of how short people's attention span is nowadays. And again, out of respect for our guest, I want to do a little self-regulation technique with you that teaches you how to focus and gives you better focus as well, because our guest has lots of information, good information that you don't want to miss out on. And it will be a shame if you like after 1 minute already go to another website or another social media platform to check out on other things and you miss out on so many useful information. So I want you all to just sit down and relax and just start by taking a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And then you lower your shoulders, you loosen your jaw and just let the day go. Be more present, settle down with us. Settle down with Christina and me. Breathe calmly and deeply. And if you want to close your eyes for a moment, you can do that. And on the next out breath, relax even more, let more of the day go and become more present in this moment. And I want to invite you to put a hand on your heart space, on your chest right there where your heart is. And just set the intention for yourself that this time you're going to focus and sit down with us and absorb all the useful and wonderful information our guest today, Christina, has to offer to us. And just breathe calmly and deeply. All right, beautiful. So get back again, open your eyes if you had them closed, and just notice how that feels, right? Just notice how that short self-regulation technique just hijacked you from going to another social media site and checking on other things. And if you notice, if you don't have time for the whole episode, know that we also have the recording. If you are a paying Patreon member of our website, you get the video recording. You can always watch the video recording afterwards. And if you're watching live, you already see the video, but we also release the recording as an audio podcast on all the platforms a week later from now. So don't worry. But yeah, I hope you'll sit this through and enjoy all the wonderful information Christina has to offer. Like I said, Christina has an organization or a business called Health for Life, but she's also the founder of an organization called Way to Yourself, which was very interesting. We just talked about it, but I want you to listen to how she explains it herself. What is this organization, Christina? And welcome, of course.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for welcoming me here today. I'm very glad to be there. And of course, I can give some insight in the organization, in the work, what we are doing. So already many years back, there was the idea to establish something which can be the help for many people, which brings like a lot of effect in the life of each person who is open for this. And so we started the foundation, the organization, to share the ancient knowledge. The name of the organization is called Way to Yourself. because we are living right now in a very special time. People facing a lot of challenges, and as well asking themselves, so what I have to do basically in my life, what is my purpose, where I really can find my purpose, my mission, where I can find my knowledge for health, what I have to do to be successful in life, what I have to do to find the right partner, to be able to have a good relationship, to have a good family, to rise up happy, healthy children. We are living in a quite modern time, but it looks like that we lost a lot of the knowledge which we need for our life. And as well, very often right now comes in like people to my life who asking about the topic, I don't know what I have to believe or what is the faith about. And more and more, there comes also the question, what do we believe in? Because we are surrounded from social media, we have the technology, we are developing very fast, but somehow we are losing the connection to ourselves. And that's why Way to Yourself was established, and with the purpose to share the ancient knowledge that people can really use for their own life, to have a big benefit from it. When they really understand the knowledge and can use it, the life will change. Immediately, the things are changing, and not only life will change, you also feel this inner satisfaction. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm talking about when I talk about this like inner feeling. This is something you cannot find from your social media, you cannot find from computers. You really have to go outside, maybe to nature, to a natural place without all the technical things. And when you have the knowledge, when you really understand what to do, you feel this deep inner feeling, and this is something amazing. It touched me long time ago, very deeply, and I like it so much to share. That's why Way to Yourself was founded, and we are sharing in the workshops and seminars, and even have now another big topic which is also coming to the organization. I don't know if you want to tell something in between or if I just continue.
I want to say one thing before you continue,
Yeah.
like because this resonates so enormously with me and my life experience, and I think many of the listeners and watch viewers as well, because as you know, my from we talked before a long time ago about what we do. Um, my mission is making people whole again, connecting people's heart to their brains, and thereby getting that, finding that way to yourself, basically. Because the moment I started doing that, the moment I connected my heart to my brain again, I felt whole. I felt like, okay, so this is what it is about to be a human being, and things came more natural. And like you said, you don't need the computer or anything like that. It becomes irrelevant because you're satisfied and happy with yourself and who you are. And that, for me, that came from heart-brain coherence techniques, basically. This is also something we teach in the transformational meditation group. And the focus is mainly with my work and our work is connecting the heart to the brain, and in that way feeling and becoming more acquainted with themselves. Finding the way to yourself is a beautiful name for that organization when it comes to that. And really getting flow in life as well. Like, just be in nature. We do nature meditations in the summer with our organization in Norway. I have my podcast recordings recently actually moved completely to nature, so we record everything outside in Norwegian nature. And it is, the whole thing becomes so much better. The people are love it. I make spatial videos of the record of the situation we are in, so people can watch in 3D glasses and have surround sound as well and really be observed in nature if they haven't the possibility to be there. But yeah, does way to yourself focus on heart as well, on the heart-brain connection, or do you use other techniques and other knowledge, ancient knowledge?
Mhm. Thank you so much for these questions. Basically, it's a very, very important question. We are focusing a lot about the heart because
Mhm.
when you work with the heart, you really find a connection to yourself. And not only this, because when you are able to open your heart, your life is much more easy. And I just was thinking now when you explained you help like to connect the heart to the brain. I was thinking, way to yourself probably is now the second part, what you are doing, because we try to connect people from the heart to some higher power. Uh,
Mm.
as I told before, people ask a lot about belief, about faith, and we cannot find belief and faith in our technical things, not in the computer, not in the mobile phone. And sometimes it's really question, yeah, what matters really in life. And some people, they believe in the force, in the guidance of the universe, some talking even about other higher power. And so maybe we have to find a connection from our heart to these higher powers again, because then truly our life change, then really everything is possible. And this is a very, very beautiful feeling, and our life starts to blossom. So this is, I think, the effect, what happens automatically in our work when we are sharing these ancient teachings, this ancient knowledge, and people find this connection again. When you are really truly connected, then you see how the things are start moving in your life. Maybe often we have situations in our life, um, it's like you want to move with the car, you want to drive with your car, but somehow it's difficult because there's still the brake, like which is not released. And so you
Mm.
try to drive, but the brake is holding the car. And sometimes we have situations in our life like this. And really, when you find this connection and when you have the ancient knowledge, then it's changing. You are releasing immediately the brake and you feel that things are moving in the right direction. So basically, this is something what we are doing. And yeah, we are there, we are here. And
Yeah.
even as well, we are ready to to spread it around, not only in our country, but we are ready to spread it where people are open for this, where people searching for it. After some time, basically not even 2 years ago, there came another big part to our organization. It's the help of orphans, the children without parents. And it's a big topic because in reality, we have a lot of children without parents and really who are in a big need in other countries that we cannot even imagine that such things exist. But we started to support them, to give them a future, to help them with the basic needs, with food, with education, with medical care. And moreover, there's now the goal and the vision to help to build up a school or even some whole village of children. We need to see what the future brings because we need a lot of helping hands, a lot of people who are following this idea as well. And yeah, I have a vision that when we are working together, like hand in hand, we can achieve a lot of positive changes in our world, and not only in the world, of course, also in our families and in our life.
Is there a because that came forth out of your out of the way to your self organization? Do you set up schools? Do you also educate with ancient knowledge to the Ugandan people?
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
good question. Thank you so much. I started already, um,
Mm-hmm.
and not only about ancient knowledge. Basically, these people they are lacking a lot because education is some very precious luxury tool, I would say. It's not possible for everybody to get education. There are existing a lot of people without knowledge, without school. They are not able to read, not even able to write. The grown-ups, and this is very difficult situation in reality. And so we started to teach them like very simple things for their daily life, but of course as well the ancient knowledge, which helps of course even more. Yeah, we started spreading it in the country and in different congresses even, which is very very nice and beautiful.
You talked about the brakes of a car, like people going through life driving their car basically, but having their one foot on the brake. What do you see as an analogy for that brake? Is it people not trusting themselves, or is it basically lack of knowledge? Is it not wanting to let go of something, not able to accept that you don't have control over things? What does the break stand for in your eyes?
Thank you so much for this question. It's a very wise question, basically. And it's not so easy to answer because we have a different, like a lot of different influences. Sometimes really comes from in modern language, we talk about the mindset, what we have, the program in our mind. A lot is coming from our childhood, from education, like from parents, after from kindergarten, from schools, wherever you are learning, from university, from your working place. And of course, as well, we have influence from the society. The society have a own program, and most of the people follow this program and the rules. And as well, we have a lot of influence coming from our own ancestors, from our family lineage. And sometimes even we carry the problems in our relationships, we carry the problems in our own health, which is coming from our ancestor lineage. And so we can see it, we can start working with this and using, of course, the knowledge as well. And then our life starts slowly by slowly to change.
That resonates a lot with what we do with the transformational meditation group as well. It's the whole package, basically, which you say. In my courses, I call it for the conformistic filter, which basically is some place in our brain that says, this is the world according to me, but that according to me is based on, for example, like you mentioned, genetic memory, even like from generations passed from our ancestors, but also our culture, our society, our religion, our belief system, uh, things that were being told at school, like the world is like this, which doesn't have to be correct at all, and is basically it colors our perception and our belief system, and especially what we think is possible and not possible. And when you remove those, when you put your foot off the brake and let go, what you can, for example, do with ancient knowledge and what we do with deep meditation is just peel away all those layers that the brake that the brake consists of, and um, and that freedom that you get and the results that you experience afterwards, like, well, what I often hear, and I hope you hear the same from your clients or course members, or that they say, "Oh, all of a sudden life flows more.
Mhm.
I can think about something, and I naturally." things happen,
Mhm.
or what I focus on, I get the area I focus on, I get more possibilities to actually make that dream or that wish or whatever I want to have as a goal, make that come true. Do you experience the same things with yourself and your clients?
Yeah, sure, sure. We have like the starting point really in our mind because we only see the things are very, very limited because
Mm.
different reasons. And when we are able to break through these limitations, a lot more is possible. You attract different things to your life. Different situations can immediately change, and you come really to the point when you feel this inner harmony, like this state which you cannot find nowhere. It's really something very, very deep inside of ourselves. And yeah, so this is a recommendation from me coming really to use ancient knowledge for their own life and to break through these limitations because then really our life change. Mhm.
That's the beautiful part of our work. Like we use ancient knowledge and we refer to it a lot and also package it in a more modern language so it's more understandable. Um, there's one thing that is often bothers me. People coming to me like, "Yeah, I'm changing, but it's affecting my relationship." What do
Yeah.
you say? What yeah? What do you say to that? Because like, I'm like, why doesn't your partner come along with you and experience the same benefits as you have? But yeah, how do you deal with that when somebody comes to you and says, "Yeah, this is affecting my relationship," and maybe that's something that therefore they want to quit doing the work.
Mhm. Mhm. It's a good question. I know the situations basically also a lot. Moreover, because women are very open for the ancient knowledge, they start to develop themselves, they get new experiences, and so they bringing it home. And of course, the husband, the partner reacts on it, and some they experience it as a very good, how to say, like a good moment in their life because they get more harmony. Even the partner starts to develop, to get interested, to do something. And so both are changing, which really gives a good impact in their relationship. But of course, there existing also the couples when women, for example, they develop and the partner is not interested at all. And then, of course, there can be coming some like difficult moment, maybe even some conflict, and you were telling it with good words already. So when it's giving something positive in your life, why your partner don't want to use it and don't want to change things for the better? So this is a first question. But really, they're existing people and relationships. They are not open. They are not ready for changes, for good changes. They already so used to their everyday life. They are okay with it and they don't want to change. But of course, it can be a big topic when one person is changing, another person not. And for the future, the couple need to see if they can, can consist or not. Maybe they get separated even. We never know what will be the end. But in reality, our relationships are alive. Alive means every day is different. Nothing is should be stuck. We always develop because we are learning a lot from each other. Each person is different. We can improve the relationship. Basically, it's something like flower. When you have a flower, you have to take care about it, right? You have to bring the water, to take care, to give this flower even the love, to nourish it. And sometimes people forget that the relationship is basically the same. Every day you need to work on it. Otherwise, it's not blossoming. And when it's getting stuck, some people they try to escape. Like they really want to get out because they feel I'm not comfortable anymore. I'm moving in a circle. I need to do something different, and that's why they want to, yeah, to get out. But when both are in harmony, then they develop themselves together.
I
Based,
agree.
uh-huh,
It's also like it's also part of you have to give each other the room to grow
uh-huh.
and actually be excited. Why aren't you excited about your partner uh, growing, getting more involved, getting to know herself or himself better, and succeed in life? I mean, that must be. I think this it must be a beautiful thing to be a part of, right? But somehow some people don't accept it. I always find interesting, like my partner is embracing the ancient knowledge, and I see it as a fact. She's more positive, or he's more positive, and opportunities come without any uh, strangles or how would you call it? And you should be happy about that, right? If you see your partner being experience so much positivity and so much good stuff in life, and somehow some people don't accept it. And I've always think, is that a good relationship then? And like you say, sometimes it ends up in a divorce or anything like that, a breakup. Yeah, unfortunately, but maybe also a good thing sometimes. Like to in order to become even more whole, and you have to let go of people that aren't that don't fit in that picture anymore, or are maybe becoming the break. Hmm.
It's really true. I agree with this totally. That's why one of my favorite teachings really is the situation and the understanding that we truly lost the knowledge about how to choose the right partner.
Hmm.
How can I understand like what partner I need for my life to have a good and harmonious relationship? Our modern world is based, I think, even in a lot of other countries too. I'm just know like a lot of things from my own country. I don't know about other European countries or even outside who are looking maybe now. Um, we are living in a time when people they choose a partner from the outside, like they want to have a partner who looks good, who is nice looking. I don't know. I want a partner with brown hair, with blue eyes, whatever, and need to be slim and tall and a lot of different marks. But then they have a partner like this, and the trouble starts because in reality they do not fit together. They do not understand really what they need in a partner that the relationship really wants like to develop and to bring a benefit. And the partner is not really. Sometimes I have this picture in my mind. People think the partner is like a furniture. You bring it home and you put it somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's not like this.
No.
The partner is alive. Every day the situation is changing. The mood is changing. And so sometimes people forget about this. But we need to work with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It it's one of the things I see as well as is an issue or challenge in Western society, especially where people and living beings become objects instead of an energy, an emotion, a human being, a living thing, right? I don't want to call it a thing, even a living human being with all their beautiful aspects. I mean, and ever changing, which is I think which is um, the most important thing, like having a partner that grows with you
Mhm.
together.
Yeah.
That's the and can and it's absolutely true. We have it's our upbringing, and one of those elements of the brake, I like to call get back to the car brakes. One of the elements in the brake, I guess, as well, where we have been conditioned to think um, exterior, to think how things look, right? Especially, oh, this looks good, or this sounds good, or whatever like that. But we never go deeper inside. What's behind that exterior? What's in that exterior? Uh, because and that's also a thing I find interesting because the people that are beautiful on the inside, that find themselves, that are whole, that have found their way to their self, to themselves, they are often radiant and beautiful automatically in nature. They're confident, they radiate that confidence outside, um, often tend to be more compassionate, more caring, understanding, more balanced, and that should naturally attract people who are the same, right? And that's also maybe why some relationships where one of the partners becomes that better version of themselves, becomes more radiant, more holistic, more everything, more a human being. Why some relationships stop because the other partner uh, doesn't resonate with that quite yet.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. It's those are the challenges. We were talking about schools in Uganda, but can we learn something from the culture in Uganda as well, which would benefit the Western society, especially?
We can learn a lot, really, really a lot. And every time when I come back to my home country, immediately I want to go back to Uganda because I'm missing it here a lot. This is the topic of basically there are different topics. I need to start with one point. The people there, they have a lot of needs because in reality this country is very poor. It means people, they suffer a lot in one point, but in the other point, they are laughing a lot. They are just happy. They are happy even they have the biggest disasters in their life. They are deeply happy from the inside. And moreover, they are very, very grateful for everything they have. Even if it is only very, very little, they are very grateful. And what impressed me a lot was when I came to the orphanage and people ask me, you can help now to share the food with children. You can like sit down and give the children also some food. And I just like did like this other helper did. We were working together hand in hand. And then each child came, took the plate and was kneeling down. And I thought, oh my God, what is this? Why these children are kneeling down? And then after I was asking, basically I realized now when they ate their food, the plate was empty. And before they go to clean their plate, they come back like to the person who gave the food and kneeling down again and thanking for the food and for the cooking. And then I ask, please let me know because I'm not used for this, that children comes and really kneeling down. For me, it's something completely new. And they told, this is really African tradition. This is a sign of respect and gratitude. They coming back thanking that they got the food. And it's a deep respect to the person who helps them to care. And I realized this even when you're moving in the village, when you go to a city, when people in our age, I think we are maybe the very similar age. When you're on the streets meeting people who are older, the generation of our parents, for example, we would even kneel down to give them the hand and to greet. I saw this and I was also very deeply impressed. And I told, what are you doing? What is this about? And they told, this is a sign of respect, especially for the age.
Yeah.
All the older people, they have deep respect because they're living more years, they have more experience, they
Yeah.
always can share something, they can teach you different things maybe you never experienced in your life. And this was something really, it impressed me a lot. And when I come back here to the European countries, I'm missing it a lot.
Yeah.
More like, first of all, the people in my country, they are not so joyful. They are not laughing so often. I don't know about Norway, how it's there.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and so I'm missing this joy, this really this deep happiness inside, and as well how people communicate with each other, like with this big respect. And even when they have some meeting, like physical meeting or online, not so much existing because still internet is difficult there, but they have a lot of physical meetings. They have a lot of respect for the people who organizing it, who really is the leader, who can share something, who can teach something. It's very, very different than to the most of the European countries here. And I think it's a big difference from the Western to somehow like Western countries to other countries, let's say, where we really can learn a lot.
Yeah. I think that's so important, and also one of the most wonderful things of living on this planet, and with the way we are able to travel all over the place now, instead of um, like, I often think, like, especially the Western world, and I've talked about that often as well, like it's almost like we want to dominate other countries that we see as lesser than us. And we have seen that through history with colonization, etc. And there's so much we could have and still can learn from those other cultures, that if we just had integrated that in our life, and instead of dominating other people with our race, but integrated their ways into our race as well, that we would become a more coherent human society as a whole on this planet. Because everybody, like you say, with respect for the elders especially, they have so much knowledge from life, from their own experiences. It's a shame that we, when people get elderly, that we put them away in an elderly home and go and visit them once a month. You know, that's like all that knowledge, all those things you can learn from our senior citizens, that basically can stop us from going into the same doing the same errors over and over again, right? We can learn from their mistakes and don't repeat them. I mean, there's so much we can learn from, like you say, from the people from Uganda. With, okay, show respect to your elders and learn from them, learn from their experiences, and be grateful. Gratitude is so important. Gratitude, the universal key to manifestation. If you're grateful for something, you get more. And I guess the Ugandan people understand that as no other. Like, the more gratitude you show, the more you are in a state of gratitude. The the opportunities to become more grateful open up. So yeah, absolutely beautiful, very
Yes.
important. All right. Um,
I have an example if I can share
yeah,
some.
yeah.
Yeah. I was today in a school as well, like teaching the children in my country about the schools in other countries, about like bringing some connection, even like from one country to another country, like different topics. And really, I love children so much. It's so amazing to work with them, but I see so much the differences. Like when you look to the different countries, how children behave, how when they are already like more in the teenager age, how they behave. And sometimes I'm even surprised that the children they lost the respect in front of their teachers.
Mm.
Like when I see the teacher in the class, in the school, and how they behave towards them, I feel sad myself. I'm always thinking about the children in Africa, how they behave, because even like when you see them when they are studying in school, it's very different. Really, they have so much. Oh yeah, it's a deep respect and like a good behavior. Good behavior. They are getting teach from the childhood like this. Even me, I remember I was also teach like this, but somehow through the generation it got somehow maybe lost, or they are looking for other values maybe now. I don't know, but it's something what is like touching me very, very deeply.
Uh, I think that's a topic we can talk about another time, but I want to tie into that with the schools and education because there's huge differences in Norway as well, and then the type of school.
Mhm.
Um, like in Norway, we have something called the Steiner School, which is the equivalent to Waldorf schools. I guess you know that in Germany, especially. And when you see the difference in how the education is in Waldorf schools and in public schools, it's a world of difference. Uh, in Waldorf schools, they greet the teacher in the morning, and that is a form of respect,
Mhm.
right? And at the schools my kids went to a Steiner school. They eat together, they make food together.
Mhm.
So they have lunch together with the whole class. They share things, and their education form is more practical, which makes it also that the kids are more interested because they're doing more. They're learning, but they're also doing more. Kids want to play. Kids want to make things, right? They want to work with their hands. They want to run around. And I want to also see the theory of, for example, mathematics. Yeah, what does this do in practice? What can I do with it? Well, you use it in the kitchen to measure how many liters of milk you have to use for this cake, for example. And they learn to calculate and use mathematics in a practical way. And it inspires kids much more than sitting in a school back listening to some dumb teacher just reading from a book, right? And you have to try to remember everything for your next exam. So the evening before your exam, you're sitting and thinking, okay, trying to remember everything. And when your exam is done, you forget everything right away because yeah, you never use it again. So
Mhm.
I think for it would be beneficial for very often public schools to look at the private schools like Waldorf schools and see, hey, even though they say their educational system is like already over 100 years old, it doesn't matter. There's still a lot to learn from it and the way they teach children. And at the school my kids went to, they got problem kids from the public schools. Oh, this kid has a problem, you know? That kid didn't have a problem. That kid had a problem with the system, the school system, the public school. Because the moment they started at the Waldorf school, that wasn't a problem kid at all. It was the most fun kid to hang out with, right? And just because the system is different around them.
Uh,
Mm.
Understand very good, very clearly. Yeah. Mhm.
But that's a topic for another
It's true.
another episode,
I think
maybe. Yeah.
we could
So,
continue probably many hours more.
oh yeah, I would like to wrap it up because though we did an exercise with our listeners to stay focused, I
Uh-huh.
don't expect them to stay focused for over an hour. So,
I understand.
so
I'm surprised.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm surprised to hear that you have in Norway Waldorf schools.
Yeah.
Basically, we have them also here in Germany, and I'm really surprised to hear that you also have them. That probably you adopted the system or the schools itself. Yeah.
They're all over Europe. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, many countries have them.
Mhm.
So for those that are in Europe and listening in, if you have kids that are and you're planning to send them to school, try to see if you have a Waldorf type school or a Steiner school, Rudolf Steiner school in your area,
Mhm.
and go and visit them and learn maybe something that your kids can benefit from. It's not for everybody. I mean, and that's the beautiful thing that we have private schools and different education systems.
Yeah.
There's always a fit for something. But I always want to say to people, don't always go with what everybody else do. Think for yourself
Mhm.
and listen to your heart. What feels good when you are exploring, right?
It's true.
Okay. Christina, thank you so much for this conversation.
Uh-huh.
Learned so much, and I want to know the websites and links to especially your project in Uganda.
Mhm.
How can our listeners and viewers contribute to that and follow along with it, help out with it? But I guess you take donations as well.
Yeah.
Uh, I haven't talked about that, but I guess you take donations and everything like that as well. And of course, the rest of the organization, a way to life. I
Mhm.
would love to get more information on that, so I can put it in the description underneath this podcast and video. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for being a part today. I will give you, of course, all the necessary information. And you're right, we are taking donations. As well, we are looking very much for sponsors for children.
Ah,
We still need like around, I think, 47 sponsors are missing for the 47 children lacking the sponsor. So if somebody have a call to support a child, you're very welcome. And I'm very glad to see messages of you. Thank you
can
so
can
much.
can organizations and companies also sponsor?
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We can give
Cool.
the donation receipts. So this
Hmm.
is the problem, and everybody is welcome. Yeah.
Beautiful. All
Mm.
right. Thank you so much, Christina. And well, hopefully we'll see you back again for more information later, how it's
So
going in Uganda, how it's going with way to life, way to yourself. Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Thank you so
super.
much. I would be
Thank
very
you.
happy to come back as well.
Okay. And thank you everybody for listening in. And for those that are watching live, thank you so much for joining in. And for those that are watching the recording, thank you as well for your attention. And yeah, I hope to see you back next time again for another episode of Love Your Love Muscle. Take care, everyone. Be safe and namaste. Bye bye, Christina.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.